Hello there, dear. If this reading found you, it found you for a reason. And Darcy and I have a little reading for you. And I strongly believe that this message is going to be something that is necessary to hear in order to move forward in a lot of ways, in order to move into a new chapter. And we're going to start off with an oracle card. And I want you to check in with your energy and make sure that you're ready to receive this reading. This is going to be a long form reading, which is something that I haven't really done before on here, but I'm really excited to do. So check in with yourself, take some deep breaths, and accept this reading as I'm going to dive into this energy. Let's take a look. What do we have here? What is going to be the theme of this reading? We're reading for a shaman. How beautiful. Look at this. I love this deck so much. This is the Magical Spirit deck, and it is so beautiful. We have the shaman, and when I see the shaman, this is someone that's a little bit quirky, a little bit different. Someone that kind of dances to the tune of their own beat. This energy is someone that is very singular, very simple but complex. The people that are going to understand them are the ones that are very similar to them. Like, there's very few people that understand this energy, and very few people, and so it may kind of feel like you're not really feeling understood in a lot of ways, or even misunderstood. Maybe even all your life you've kind of felt a little misunderstood. I think too, seeing the number 30 up here, it's almost like reaching a new milestone, reaching a new time period in your life, but also being in a place where the energy is shifting in a lot of ways. And I get a little bit of this feeling a little bit like a lunatic in this energy. I feel a bit like a lunatic. Am I going crazy? Is it just me? There's this feeling here of being singular. This really gives me very strong Aquarius type energy, being misunderstood, almost feeling like the weird one out, like an alien in your own life. And we're going to get back to this. I'm going to read from the book after we do this reading, because I've just really enjoyed doing that, kind of tying everything together. So we're going to leave this here for a second, and we're going to move into tarot. And we're going to take a look at the current energy around you and how that card kind of plays into all of this. And I strongly feel this like out of place type of energy. Out of place, and you know what? Like, it reminds me of like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Like, why do you have to fit in? Why is it so important for you to be like everyone else? And I think that there's this non-conformity here, this want to not conform, but also the expectation from the world that wants you to conform. Like, everyone wants you to conform and be a certain way, but you are you, and that is beautiful. Like, why listen to everyone else? Like, everyone else is boring. Like, why do you want to be boring, right? So let's take a look at this current energy that you're dealing with. What is the current energy around this? So we have childhood energy. We have the Six of Cups here. We also have the Seven of Wands. So we have this conflicting energy where I am feeling like I need to protect myself, but also my childhood wounds requires healing, but is also coming out as a wound to show that I still have healing to do. We have this Sun in Scorpio, and I think that that's a really important thing to witness is we have this, everyone sees your pain, and everyone knows that behind your eyes there is some kind of lingering pain from your past. But that's also where the opportunity lies to connect, and to connect with other people, but also connect within yourself and your own truth. With the Seven of Wands being here, we have this Mars and Leo, so there's a want to fight. There's a want to kind of be in this fire and to take action on this. But in the same vein, it's almost like it reminds me of someone that's almost encapsulated their pain so deeply that it's become such a part of you, and removing that from yourself feels like not honoring your past and not honoring yourself. It's almost like when you feel sad, what I get is like you then reach to things from your past, from the far back, and you're like, well, I'm sad because of this, but maybe it's just a bad day. Maybe today just really sucked, and maybe today was just really anxiety riding, and maybe it doesn't have to do with your mom or your dad or your childhood. Maybe it just was a really shitty day. And I feel as though and I'm getting kind of that tummy feeling, like we're kind of living in that source of pain. And I think that's where that uniqueness comes from. I think that's where it's almost like, well, no one's going to understand what I've been through. No one is going to understand. But you also have the potential to alchemize, to bring forward the energy. And I see a lot of pain here, but I also see a lot of opportunity. I see a lot of things that can shift. So what is the main challenge and blockage here? Oh, and I mentioned mom and dad, right? We have the Strength card, which is representative of the Empress and that Leo energy. Again, a lot of mom energy. I almost just hear like, I just want my mom, you know? A lot of blockages came forward for this. Not so many for what the current situation is, but look at this blockage. We have the Tower right off the bat here. Oh, so there's a lot going on, right? Everything is reversed too, and when I see things in the reversal, it reminds me of almost being the Hanged Man reading this. Like, I need to shift my perspective. But the only thing that's upright is the Tower. So we have the Tower in this, and the Tower is saying that the chaos is here, the chaos is among us, the chaos is going to be among us, and with Marsian energy, it's here to be destructive. You are in a destructive time period, but gosh, I sent this quote to my best friend yesterday, and I was telling her your new life is going to cost you your old life. And that's what this is you're in the middle of alchemizing. You're in the middle of transforming. This is a lot of death. And as I'm saying that, death is sitting right here. We have death in this placement, and that's that Scorpio energy, again, connected to that Six of Cups. We have this need to rebirth. We have this need to recognize we don't need to be in this darkness anymore. And I think that the darkness has become so predictable that we want to sit in it, and we recognize that it's not good for us, and people know it's not good for us and tell us it's not good for us. But then there's just this part of us that's like, well, but I want to listen to the sad music. I want to listen. Like, you know, when you're sad, you want to be in that sadness. You just want to be a puddle. And it reminds me of Eeyore, just kind of wanting to be in that space, in that headspace. And sometimes that's okay. But sometimes it's okay to say that you're happy and that you want to live. And with the Eight of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles in the reversal here, we have the Sun in Virgo. We have this time period of letting go of that perfectionism. I mean, this is letting go of recognizing that maybe you're not a project you need to work on. Maybe you get to be happy. Maybe you deserve to have a beautiful life. And with Strength being the reversal here too, I feel as though we're in a time period where we're so weakened. You are in such a time where you are so weakened that you don't have the capacity to carry the burden of your childhood, your past, all of these different things, but also the extra work you're trying to put into it, the extra healing energy, like the reading. Like, I almost just feel like this is your reminder to just live and to just be happy. And that's not to be, I don't want you to dismiss your emotions, but this is your reminder that you deserve to have a life full of wonder and happiness. And I think that as we kind of go into the guidance here, it's about embracing and letting go of the anxiety. Look at this. Oh, look at all of this Swords energy. I love it. Your guides are very funny. The energy of Spirit's very funny, because what she's essentially saying is that it's all in your head. Look at all this. Look, you're breaking your own heart by being in your head. We have the Nine of Swords reverse, and that's saying that You are making up these things in your mind, but not even that. Not even that. You're not even just making them up in your mind. It's more so that they're ghosts from the past, they're anxieties from the past, they're things that don't matter, they're things that haven't happened, they're things that are maybe gonna happen, maybe not. This is the anxiety factor, but you can't control this. And so we have the Three of Swords. You're breaking your heart in the process. You are quite literally ripping your heart from your chest in the process. And with that being said, we have the Queen of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Swords reverse. Yes, you wield your mind well, but what's the point of wielding things in your head if you're just going to break your heart in doing so? We need to create a balance here. We need to create a balance in our energy. We need to create a balance in our life and allow ourselves to really fully be present again. Because if you're constantly living in your mind, how are you going to be in a place of passion and excitability? So let's take a look at our expansion and growth and what it is that we need to expand upon. What is it that we need to expand upon, share, develop with others? What is it that we need to expand upon in this energy? Look at this Ace of Pentacles. Look at this opportunity of growth. Wow. The Eight of Swords reversed, to get out of your headspace, out of your mind. And we also have the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups reversed. I have never had the choice. I have never had the choice, and therefore I don't know where to begin. I don't know what to do here. The Ace of Pentacles is here, and it's almost like it's reminding us that growth is something that we don't have to embark upon alone. With the Eight of Swords reverse, releasing yourself from not only these old patterns, but also releasing yourself from the confinement of your mind. I think too, looking at this, we have the Seven of Cups reversed and the Three of Pentacles. This is the things that we need to kind of embrace and expand, is our, not only our horizon, but also the things that we believe we can do, we believe we are capable of doing. But on top of that, it's also our capacity to share with others, our capacity to recognize opportunity, not only in ourselves, but also in other people. And I want to see what opportunities those are. What are the growth opportunities and upcoming transitions here? I feel like this is, this is a very artistry type of reading. It's also about leaving things in the past and being quirky and weird. Look at that Aquarius here. Oh, there we are. I knew there was one more. It's about moving forward. Look at this Knight of Swords. Yes, right? Previously we have this swords energy, and sometimes it breaks our heart. But if we wield it correctly, we can use it to embrace a new chapter. With Venus and Aquarius, and with the Five of Swords here, it's also a reminder that, oh, there's my cat, that's Boop. she's agreeing. Anytime I do readings, my cats are always all around me. That's just the way that they are. It's okay, Boop. It's all right. And so with the Five of Swords being here, we have Venus and Aquarius, which is embodying that new, weird, quirky energy. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity here with the Queen of Cups embodying your emotions. I think too that a lot of this moon energy is going to be really important moving forward, but also remembering your crown. I see a lot of creative opportunity on the horizon here, but how are you going to step into your creative expansion if you're still held back from the past, if you're still held back from previous opportunity, previous things that didn't work out? And how are you going to move forward from that if you are constantly kind of living in that space? And I feel as though that is this kind of reminder. And so I think that we need to look at what we are letting go of. What is it that we're letting go of? What is it that we are needing to embrace to be reborn and to step into this next chapter? What is it that we're letting go of? Let's take a look. There we are. And what are we embracing to be reborn? God, this reading feels so I get a lot of air sign energy from this, like a lot of air sign energy. And I just feel very much that there's some kind of a placement here in some way, or maybe even the air sign time period is going to be important to you, as all readings are so timeless and they find you when you're ready and when you're needing to be ready. Oh, look at this too. What is being let go of? The Two of Wands. What is being embraced? The Two of Swords. Look at that duality here. The number 222 is going to be very important to you. It's very important to me. I have the number 222 tattooed on me. Gosh, what a beautiful reminder. We have Mars in Aries and we have the Moon in Libra, as I was kind of saying, that air sign placement. The Two of Wands being a time period of planning, right? So this is what we're letting go of and what we're transforming. I think that you are a master planner. I think you have the ability to plan and to daydream and to make beautiful things in your mind. But also, I think that with the Mars and Aries, we can be very impulsive with that and maybe daydream a little bit too hard and maybe get lost in that and have no structure and have no sense of direction with that. Now, what we're needing to embrace is choice. This makes me feel like we only feel like there's one way when there's actually a multitude of ways. There's only one way because I've seen it, I've dreamed it up, I've heard that people have only said that there's one way, but it really feels as though there's two. It feels as though there's two journeys, and I'm gonna ask a little bit. What are these two journeys? Show me one side and then show me the other, if you are willing. Walking in your independence and action, but embodying happiness. Continuously working in action, continuously moving and progressing, or being happy with where you are, knowing that things are working out the way that they need to. They're both not bad options. With the Ten of Cups too, though, I feel as though it's almost like embracing creativity, emotion, stillness, and also the pursuit of love and happiness and joy and emotional connection, whereas this is a singular type of journey and one where this feels predictable, this feels unpredictable, and I don't think either are bad, but I think that you know exactly what this choice is, and it feels as though one is going to resonate more with the other. The choice of being the lonely traveler, Sagittarian type of energy, which isn't a negative thing, it's a positive thing. I don't think either side is negative in any way. I just think that they're two very different journeys, and having the journey of the Sagittarian, which is just something that I feel is embodied in this, versus the one of the Piscean, is just two very different perspectives in lives and a choice that only you can make. So let's take a look at the Shaman. Let's read from the book. I love this book so much. It is such a wonderfully written masterpiece. Honestly, if I had to write an oracle deck, it probably would be very similar to this. So the number 30 is going to be an important number, and the affirmation here is, I choose to listen and dance to the secret songs of the universe. The crazy, the shaman, the one who sees lunatic in a word derived from the Latin word luna, meaning moon. So lunatic is one who is moonstruck. There is a face of the moon. Can you see it in the night, even when others cannot? This is a great paradox of the mystic. You hear the whispers that the others cannot. You hear the secret songs of the universe. It's okay to be an outsider in a world of conformity and contempt, a world where those who are different are met with rejection from society. Even if they are shamans, the seekers and artists who point us the way of truth, soul, and transformation. The moon is beaming sacred truths, mysteries, and visions to the one who can receive them, the one who is open to them. Some people have a special gift of insight that is revealed to them during certain times. It is in the divine order of the cosmos for those who are chosen. Pulling the shaman card can be a call to embrace more of your crazy side, or to tune into it more at this time. You may be judged by others, but what you gain is far superior to their disapproval. The world needs more mystics and shamans to show us the soul of the world, to point us away from the suffocation of too much conformity, mundanity, and stagnation. The energy behind this card is that of dreams, ideas, and visions, especially spiritual and creative ones. Express, act on, create, and share what you are receiving from the mysterious. Harness your power of insight. Do not let it fade away and dim within you. In other words, use it or lose it. The more you do, the stronger it will become. And so pay attention to which secret songs of the universe come to you at this time. And when you hear them, don't forget to dance. You can try staying up a bit later than you usually do, lighting a candle and seeing what comes through. Spending time in spiritual solitude will greatly enhance the time for you. Guided meditations that specifically open your third eye will be beneficial. And I also think that some moonstone would be really, really great for the lunatic and the shamanic energy and just all of that. I think those would be it'd be a great crystal to kind of emphasize that energy. I am grateful that we got to share this time together and that we got to share this space together. Thank you for acknowledging your presence here. The light in me sees the light in you, and I'm so grateful that we got to share this space.